Hi, Cancer. So you guys are not last this time. Yay. We're going to look at the second half of March. We talked about all the blessings that you do have coming to you. And it's, I feel like it's that, oh man, it's about time kind of thing. You know, Jupiter's going retrograde today. And so we get this gift of being able to really, for the next 4 months, like kind of calm down a little bit and start to see all of this growth that we were building. Like we get to see all of that actually accumulating now and kind of coming into fruition, right? But I want you guys to remain calm as this is happening through the second half of March. Because we have Mercury and Venus in Aries. Mercury is going retrograde on the 22nd, so that will help a little bit. But I feel like you guys really just want to be loved and you want to love. And yeah, remain calm. Because we have the 8 of Wands is this first. And this is like, oh my God, I gotta go. I gotta get going. I have a lot of Cancer in my chart. All of the water qualities that I have in my chart, all 4 placements are Cancer. So it's like, I mean, it's so funny because I have 4 placements of Virgo. I have 4 placements of Cancer. It's like that equaling out of water and earth, right? Muddying it up a little bit. But Cancer and Virgo are also both very mutable. So yeah, you have a direction. And I feel like you guys possibly could be traveling somewhere. But I really want you to take deep breaths. Because I don't want you to have the tendency to control where you're going and what you're doing and where the universe is pushing you to do it. Because you have very high manifestation qualities right now. You can make just about anything you want come to fruition. And you're like, oh my God, no, I can't. Some of you out there are like, you have no idea what you're talking about. I can't make anything happen. You can. And that 8 of Wands is exactly what I'm talking about. You can make anything happen right now. You know the direction you want to go. Going that direction. It's the journey, though. It's not a sprint. And Cancer wants it to be a sprint right now. And it is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Things are happening in your favor. And when we see like all of the good stuff that does start to happen, we just want more and more and more and more. And that's where the manifestation is. And if you're surrounding yourself with people who are not of your highest good or of your highest quality, and they're like, I don't really see that happening for you, you need to run away quick because you have the world backing you up. You have to run away from the naysayers because the more naysayers you have around, it's like misery loves company. They're going to try to make you miserable, and you don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that, Cancer. Nah, we got to go and do. Yeah, man. The Queen of Pentacles. There she is. The Queen of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. So really wanting to build up this, I mean, like, with a quickness. You guys want to build this very stable, sturdy life with somebody who is very nurturing and very grounded. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And you want it to happen yesterday. You guys are very antsy. And I can feel it. I would almost say you're a fire sign right now, just because of how antsy you are. But I want you to calm the waves, because the more chaos you bring into your life, the harder it is to get to your destination. So the taking one thing at a time, finishing one project and moving on to the next, getting to one goal, hitting that one goal with the 8 of Pentacles. We have 2 8s here, which is, you know, all about infinity, right? It's the infinity symbol, the number 8. Finishing that one project and then moving forward. I can dig that. Yeah. Because you guys are just, actually, it's so funny. I just got like this relief. This weight just came off my shoulders after I said that. I can dig that. Finishing one project, moving on to the next project. Because I feel like you guys have a lot of stuff that you have been creatively working on, or you have stuff that you really want to creatively work on. And Jupiter in retrograde and Mercury in retrograde, with the planets starting to slow down a little bit, you're going to get the chance to finish your stuff. You know what I mean? And if you keep on trying to push it while the planets are like, no, 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 slow down. The Page of Cups here. This is that creativeness that you're working on. I do want to say that if you have another water sign in your life, or if this is you really begging for affections from somebody, that's not going to be happening for very much longer, because I feel a very stable vibe coming on, for sure. Now we have a standoff. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the Sun. So we have two different personalities here now. We have the Queen of Wands and we have the Queen of Pentacles. Two very different individuals, but very much of the same. One of them is very family oriented. One of them is much of a go-getter. Could be two aspects of the same person that's kind of becoming clear to you. Or you could have a fire sign in your life as well as an earth sign. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, don't get caught up in the gender. It does not have to be a woman. This is a general reading after all. I feel like it's so interesting. I feel like that the earth sign you're really trying to build things up with, and it's like, why do I have to work so hard? And the fire sign is almost the same way. It's like, clearly, I have options in my life, but why do I have to work so hard with either one of them? So I want to tell you to stop. Don't work so hard. Stop working so hard. Because clearly this one, begging, I feel like if the earth sign is not reciprocating right now, that's going to change. You have the world here. I think it's clear with the fire sign that there's, I almost want to say, don't get burned by the sun. Don't get burned by the sun. Could be the other way around. I could totally be wrong. General reading. But really what I'm feeling is this big desire to move towards something, and I feel more like you no longer want to ask and beg for affections, but be able to give and receive liberally. And it's like very clear to you how stable you want your life to become. So there are some changes that need to be made. I said that and the Fool popped out as I was saying that. There are definite changes that need to be made in your life, Cancer. This could be a Leo or an Aries. The Fool is often the Aries card. And I do have the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. I'm not looking at the bottom yet, but we'll just take heed of that. I feel like there are some big changes that need to be made in your life. And that's why you're so antsy. Because you know it. And you can manifest this jumping ahead. You know, you can manifest this going on your trip. You can manifest this new beginning and totally have faith in it. Totally have faith in what you are coming up against. But I feel like you need to not be so open about yourself. Maybe do things for yourself more often than trying to overindulge towards somebody else. Seven of Cups. All of these options that you have. Look at all of these options that you have that you can make happen. Could be a Taurus that you're dealing with. I do have Taurus at the bottom of the deck here. Look at all of those options. Kind of fuzzy. Futuristic things, you know. Like, I know I have all these things in front of me. All these blessings coming my way. Which one do I choose? Which one do I choose? Yeah. But the thing is I feel like you need to really, like, zone in on one of them. That's what I mean by, like, having all of these projects going on. Like, let's finish one project and move on to another one. So you don't have all these balls up in the air and you can't, you know, you're like juggling and juggling and juggling and I can't catch anything, right? Let's focus on one. Get through one. Kick out one. I think that's fair. So the Hierophant. And some of this could be about schooling. You guys could want to learn more. You know, you may want to try and get more into your spiritual side. Get in touch with your spiritual side and learn more about that. So many wonderful things that you can manifest and do. You know? So why be so defensive? 9 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. Why be so defensive, Cancer? What are you fighting? What is the battle? Because if you hit this 9 of Wands and 5 of Wands, this is like that brick wall that you get when you don't think you can do it. You got all 7 cups in front of you right here. And then, bam, you start fighting it. Start fighting the universe. You lose that faith in yourself. It could be somebody who's cutting you to the quick. King of Swords. Or somebody who's deceiving you. King of Swords and the 5 of Swords. So we have all this beautiful stuff coming in, and this abundance, and this sunny day, and the rebuilding, and being very stable, and having the world, and then all of a sudden you hit a brick wall. You could detour this. The High Priestess, the Ace of Cups, the Hermit, the Queen of Cups. So we'll just keep you there at the bottom of the deck. We'll just keep you right there, looking all pretty. And yes, men, you can look pretty too. You can detour all of this conflict nonsense. Whoever the King of Swords is, this could be legal stuff. I often see the King of Swords as legality, divorce, or paperwork, or child support, or whatever, taxes, government, just the institution, you know. And with the Hierophant, you could feel very controlled by the institution right now. Feel very controlled and feel very trapped and on guard. So when you hit that brick wall this month, because it could possibly happen, I feel like your higher self is saying, you know what? You can totally detour this if you just slow down a little bit. This is the chaos that ensues when you're going way too fast and you're not completing things one at a time. A Virgo is saying this to you. I apologize for my Virgo-ness right now, but in my defense of being a perfectionist, slowing yourself down, Jupiter is going to help with that. Mercury is going to help with that. Help you finish your projects. Finish your things. Because you have a purpose. You have a goal. You have a direction in mind. And you want to be the fool. And you want to jump off the cliff without even knowing if there's a safety net underneath there. because you see the destination of where you want to be. You see where you want to go with the world, right? So listen to your higher self and retreat a little bit. Slow down a little bit. Be the Virgo. Be the Hermit. This could be a Virgo in your life. Water sign could be a Pisces in your life. But I feel like once you start to build up that emotional security within, with the Ace of Cups, once you start to be your very Queen of Cups intuitive self, the direction can still go fast. You can still run a marathon quickly. You get exhausted, but you don't have to do it chaotically. It doesn't have to be running in place or running in circles a million times until you can finally move forward again. It doesn't have to be that way. If you kind of pull back and retreat. If you have conflict with somebody in your life that is making your life a little bit chaotic, and these are the choices that you're trying to choose from, what direction do I need to go? I sincerely think that that is going to become extremely clear to you this month. How do I get away from it? How do I cut this person out of my life? How do I cut this thing out of my life? Whether it's an earth sign, a fire sign, a water sign, an air sign. I don't care what sign it is. They're all here. What I want to tell you, though, is like the resonating factor of this should be, what is it in your life? What direction are you going that you need to slow down and look at the details? Because you are being blessed beyond measure, Cancer. You have wonderful things happening. The universe is throwing stuff at you. And if you don't feel like that right now, what is the chaotic moment in your life that you need to slow down and look at? Right? Why are you so antsy? Because I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to do it. No, you don't. What do you have to finish first before you can move forward? Ask your higher self that, whatever your gut instinct is, because that's where the conflict is happening, and that's when the battle starts. So just clear out the battle. Clear out the battle. Like I said, ain't nobody got time for the battle. Nobody has time for the conflict. Nobody has time for the brick wall. Make sense? I mean, is that fair? I love you guys so much. I really do, and I don't mean to make you always last. Like, it's never really my specific intention. I just resonate so much with Cancer sometimes because I have so much of it in my chart that it really just has to be like just right for me to do your reading, because I don't want to screw it up. Because you guys do, I mean, like, you brought this year in with a bang for everybody, and I want you to continue on your path. So the energies really have to be just right for Cancer for me to do their reading, because of the placements that I have. So I super, super appreciate your patience, and have a wonderful second half of March. And I will totally see you guys for the April reading. Bye.